Yo, and welcome back to an episode of the Brews and the Boys podcast. This is the number one rated podcast to get your brew onto. I'm Dano, aka Cobra Concept, and like always, we've got the one and only.
Garrett, aka Desperate Saint.
How's it going, guys? Hopefully, you enjoyed your Sunday afternoon. But we got some special news.
Big
You know
Sunday.
what? Big Sunday. You know what today was?
I do.
It was the E3 2021, and let me tell you, there was some good stuff there today.
Packed.
I can't wait to like bring those out, talk about those a little bit. Gosh, it's so exciting.
I,
But
I think we're finally getting. Yet last year felt so stale in the gaming industry. I think we're gonna have a big year for gaming this year, so I'm pumped as well.
I think you're right. But before we get into it, before we dive into all of this game talk, before any of that, we better start with our most favorite thing, the beer taste test.
Woo! Let's
So,
go. I'm
Garrett, I can hear you.
pumped.
There you
Sorry,
go. I can hear you now.
sorry. I got a little excited. Did a little bit of screaming.
Yeah. So, anyways, before we get started, what we like to do is we like to pick out a beer, IPA, porter, stout, you name it. Basically, it's a craft beer that we have not tried before. The idea is we're going to take one of these recommendations from you. We're going to try it right here on the podcast. We'll take a little first sip. By the end of the podcast, we'll tell you our final thoughts on it and whether or not you should try it. So, with that being said, Garrett, tell me about yours and I'll tell you about mine after.
All right, so uh, I got some inspiration from you and Hampy on this one. So I was up towards you today
Okay.
and stopped in at the big liquor store and got LaGuinta's Daytime IPA. Have you had this one?
I haven't had the daytime, but I think it's Lagunitas.
Or Lagunitas?
Yeah.
It is Lagunitas. My bad. Big
No, you good.
mispronunciation.
You good.
Anyways, it's the Daytime
Good
IPA.
stuff.
So it's an IPA, 98 calories, 3 carbs, 4% ABV. I like the can, so it's just super like yellow, white, and blue, but it's got this cool little dog on it. At the top of the can, in just like a real easy gray text, it just says, "There are two kinds. This one is bright and welcoming and lively, and most certainly not to be confused with the other kind." And then it does have some text on here. It just says partly sunny or partly cloudy, half empty or halfway to another. Sometimes there's still work to be done. Sometimes there's still work to avoid. There is freedom in burning down the house of fixed expectations, and it confers an undeniable lightness to being. At only 98 calories, 3 carbs, and 4% ABV, Daytime IPA represents everything we know about making hop forward beer expressed in a soda voice. Cheers.
Dude, I don't know what it is. You get those long verbiage ones every time, man.
I do. And it's brewed by, what'd you say, LaGuintas?
Lagunitas.
Lagunitas Brewing Company out of California and good old Chicago.
Ooh, Chicago. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm trying to I think it was Hazy Memory is the one I
Yes.
tried. That's the one that Hampy turned me on to. It was a good one. That's pretty cool. I think I've seen that one in the store, so I'm excited. I can't wait to see what you think about that.
I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah.
Now, what about you? What are you drinking on?
Well, okay, so I got this, and there's just a little bit of a backstory.
Okay. I'm ready for
So
this.
I went to Georgetown College for college, and while I was there was another fraternity.
Hmm.
Like it wasn't actually a fraternity, but it was like a fraternity. But they had some people that were probably a couple years older than me that left Georgetown when they were finished. Like once they graduated, they left and made a brewery.
That's pretty cool.
It's here in Kentucky. It's called Country Boy Brewing. Now the thing is, I haven't been able to like to use one of these on the podcast because sadly every single one that I've seen I've already had. Like the Cougar Bait, which is an incredible one. Shotgun Wedding, still my favorite. There's a couple others that I've seen throughout the years,
Mhm.
but this is the first time I had seen the Country Boy Brewing Lemonade Lager.
Oh, that
Um,
sounds delicious.
I'm pretty excited about it, and I kind of feel like I have to represent. I have to try the Country Boy, because I mean, I went to Georgetown, and
Yeah.
those people are from Georgetown, so like I feel like I have to do it. But anyways, there are captions on the side, not caption. What is it? Phrase, I guess,
Mhm.
for the country.
Mm.
It's a lager brewed with lemons and ginger. It's a spring seasonal, 4.5%.
God, that sounds good.
It has a really sweet can. I'm gonna show it to you real
I say I
quick.
want to see the can.
Um,
I like what is that? Like a lime green?
It's kind of a yellow. It's kind of got a, little, like, black fingerprint line around the side, like, you know how, like, you've got, like, those grooves on your
Yeah.
fingernails or not fingernails, fingerprints? That's kinda what it has on the bottom.
Oh, that's sick.
It's really cool. It's kind of, like, yellow and kind of a blackish gray, but it looks really clean, and I'm really excited about it.
I'm pumped. I'm ready to crack one
Yeah,
of these open.
let's do it. I say let's go ahead and crack them open. Let's get into this E3 talk.
Well,
And, I guess cheers to you,
cheers.
cheers to our listeners, cheers to our viewers. I almost reached my camera that time.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Ooh, that was a good crack.
Oh, this
Oh,
smells good.
mine smells good too.
All
I'm
right,
ready.
let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get it started. Let's get
Let's
it
get it
started.
started in here. Honestly, just a quick, I don't ruin anything. I expected more of a punch in the face from this. You know what I'm saying? Like I expected oh, but that was a very solid flavor, I guess. I don't know.
A little bit more subtle than what you were
A little more
expecting.
subtle than I expected. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a good one.
All right. Let's let's get into the meat and potatoes of this.
Oh, for sure. But before we do so, hello, Britt. We see you in chat.
What up,
And for
girl?
those and for those who do not know, we do this live on YouTube. Brews and the Boys. Check us out. Subscribe to our page. But if you don't and you still listen to Spotify, Apple, YouTube, whatever, that is great.
You're a
Thank you so
beast.
much. Thank you for your support. We just want you to know it's out there on all platforms. All right. So,
Time for the nerd talk today.
now for the nerd talk, y'all are screwed here. I don't know what's like best. Do I need to like look at my notes on my phone, on the computer?
I've
Okay, I'm
actually got
trying
them
to
on the other monitor. And real quick,
smart
we're gonna go through a majority of these topics. We've got quite a bit to cover today in our normal amount of time, so we're gonna be kind of flying through some of these fairly quickly. So if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, we're gonna open the floor up at the end of the episode. So if you have anything you want to jab in there, save the big ones for the end. Of course, feel free to talk back and forth with us through the episode. But anything big that might take up a little bit of time, save it for the end. We'll get to you right then.
for sure. And then if you have a question, comment as we're going about said, like if we were talking about Gears of War or something, you could be like, oh hey, so Gears today when they said that, this was
Mhm.
cool. And we'll probably hit on that. So if you got something you saw, like say Brittany, if you or Nay saw something pretty awesome, bring it on. Or anybody else out there in chat. Um, so do you want to just start like towards the beginning?
All right. So big
I
drum
think
roll.
Skip. Oh yeah. I'm not actually gonna hit my desk.
Starfield,
My body is ready,
November 22nd.
dude.
I think you've talked about this once or twice
I have.
before on like previous episodes, like recent episodes.
Yes, I definitely have. Now, the trailer that they gave you was not huge. They didn't give you like a ton of different things. It was more of kind of like a teaser, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
But as a quick little like idea of what this is, if you're not sure what Starfield is, basically it's a Bethesda made game. It's going to be kind of like Skyrim or Oblivion or like Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, or it's got that like survival aspect, that single player role playing game.
Mhm.
Um, Basically, you're going to be in space. To my understanding from watching that, it felt very futuristic astronaut, not like Guardians of the Galaxy or Star Wars or anything like that. It felt like very like
No
I don't
Man's
know.
Sky kind of feel like the vibe
Maybe,
to it
yeah.
a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, yeah, because you kinda had that survival aspect where in the video, they were talking about, like, carbonation levels are here, oxygen levels are here, ready for takeoff. The big robot got into the ship before it takes off. You know,
Mhm.
you kinda get this whole vibe that it's, like, not so far out there, but it's definitely, like, at least 40, 50, 60 years ahead of time.
Which I think it's about time they really stepped into something like that. So they've killed it with the whole medieval mythical with the whole Elder
Right.
Scrolls series, right?
Mhm.
Which I guess Fallout is. I guess it's
It's kind of
more,
post-apocalyptic.
yeah, but big like kind of has some technology, nothing too crazy. Like you build your weapons out of junk and all this stuff, and upgrade from there. But this is definitely a big jump, I
Mhm.
think, for Bethesda, and their single players, man, they normally hit every time. It's hard for them to mess up one of their like traditional single players. So I'm pumped, even though I was a
I
little
know,
upset with their first announcement. I was getting excited.
I know. But to my understanding, it's like a picture on, like, Friday or something. They put, like, a picture out, and so going into E3, everybody was
Mhm.
kinda like, "Oh my god, like, we're gonna get something on Starfield." Um, so that's really cool that we did. Like I said, I wish there was more. I wish
Mhm.
that we, like, saw gameplay.
Yeah.
Um, I thought the style was cool. So, you know, you see the style of, like, the Bethesda games such as Skyrim. You know, you've got that how the characters act and do.
Mhm.
And then you see like Fallout and you see like me in particular, I'm thinking about like when you see the shot on the ship and they see like the med kit and like the crates and stuff. It's kind of got a similar vibe, but it also has like this whole new like aesthetic.
Mhm.
Like you could tell like different artists worked on this project, but it has like that same idea that Bethesda kind of puts into
Yeah.
their game.
Yeah.
I know that's kinda hard to explain, but me as, like, a graphic designer, I was like, "Dude, art, it looks good," you know?
Yeah.
But, I think it's gonna be clean. I think there's going to be quite a bit of people interested in that, and when I think you said it, November tw of
22nd.
22, right?
Or yeah. November of 20. Sorry. I
At
read that
22,
right.
yeah.
November of 22. So,
So, I mean, we are a little more than a year out, I guess a year and, like, 3, 4 months,
but it's coming
um, but it's
regardless.
coming. That's more news that that we've heard of than Elder Scrolls 6,
Mhm.
so I'll take it, I'll take it.
It's something.
It's something, and I am ready for one of those games. I'm ready for, like, something to just immerse myself into, so you
Mhm.
can just sit there and play that storyline. You can choose I mean, it's going to have, like, the same idea of, um, choosing like factions, who you want to side with, if you want to be good, if you want to be bad, if you want to do this or if you want to do that. And I love that. I love the option to go into a game and choose how you want to play.
Yeah.
So I'm all about it.
There we go. Hopefully you'll get that kind of ability to do so for Starfield.
I know.
Uh
I know.
Now this next one I'm pretty pumped for, just because this whole what happened here interests me.
Hmm.
It's pretty sweet. So we've got Stalker, which
Two.
is, yes, sorry, Stalker 2, which is Chernobyl styled. Um,
It was interesting in that
mhm,
video. It was kind of hard to really tie in what everything was going on, because, like, you've got, like, this whole, like, run and gun aspect of like you're the main character and you're just gonna shoot your way through all these bad guys. You don't even have to go to cover type style. But you also had like the like assassin, like sneak approach style where like you pulled out all these moves on people. There was all kinds of like weird creatures because of like
Mhm.
the whole Chernobyl vibe. Um yeah, so I guess Chernobyl is in what? Ukraine?
I believe so.
Ukraine? What do they speak Russian in Ukraine? Ukrainian? What do you speak?
Let me see here.
Cuz I'm honestly not 100% sure on that. Um but that whole game basically I was reading the subtitles and like that's not a huge deal. I can read subtitles. Um, but it kind of threw me for a loop because like not a single spot did they like speak in English. And so I was like reading along, like trying to watch and read and watch and read, and I was like, this kind of looks interesting. I don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
It kind of gave me okay, they were Outriders. What is it? Yeah, oh, it is Outriders. The game's called Outriders. It gave me Outriders vibes.
Okay.
You kind of had like special abilities, so to say, not like actual abilities like fire or something, but like,
Yeah.
and then there was weird creatures. I don't know.
So is
Look
it that
cool.
style of game like Outriders?
Mm,
Like is it that third person
no,
kind of view?
it was first person.
Okay.
It was first person, yeah. But it looked interesting. I definitely would say that myself and Andrew and Adam, we were all watching. So fun story. Myself and Andrew and Adam all sat, and I sat here and watched it on my computer. They watched it on their computer, and we just sat here and talked the whole time. Like, did you see that? That was sick. Wow. Can you believe they did that? What do you think this means? Like the whole time. But all three of us thought that it looked interesting enough to where we wanted to try it. Did it stand out above all of the other games?
Mhm.
Not so much, but it was still cool enough that I wanted to try it.
To catch your eye at least. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of weird creatures, a lot of like you know how like the storm thing happens on Outriders and
Mhm.
like you see all the lightning come down and
Yeah.
stuff. Like there's like some weird like air bubbles and stuff and like creatures disaporate in it and stuff like that. It was weird. But it was cool.
Mhm.
I'm definitely going to look into it when it comes out.
Sweet.
Yeah. And sorry if I'm talking too much, you just take control of me.
No, you're good. You got a better idea of it than I do.
I
I had to come in to it late. You got to catch a lot more of it, so
mhm. Um now there is something that I don't know why, but I was sucked in on. Just right off the bat, I was sucked in on. And this was like right after Stalker 2. Um, and we didn't get anything but like a freeze frame and like the camera going around looking at everything frozen in space. And basically little note cards that told you about the game as it
mhm.
was going around, saying it was an open world, that it was multiplayer, it had this, it had that. It had a song playing in the background, and I can't think of what it was, but it gave such like Guardians of the Galaxy vibes. Like it was good music. And at the end, it said like contraband or something, which I think that is the name. I think it's contraband. But every single one of us, myself, Hambone, I think Brittany, anybody else in chat, if you guys felt the same way, we all like watched it and went, "That looks sick." Music choice alone, I want to play
Mhm.
that. But there wasn't anything really on that, so I don't know what it's going to be.
Just something to kind of
We'll
start getting
see.
the attention.
It kind of looked like an MMO style game,
Okay.
but it had vehicles in it, and I assumed guns and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, it was intriguing. It was intriguing. But that's about all I know. Like there really wasn't anything on it. But I definitely want to like search that up now and like see
Ready
if I
for
can
some
figure
more
out more.
info, definitely.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think you're pretty excited about this next one that
I
we
am.
saw.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. It is it's gonna be sweet. So it's a DLC, if I'm not mistaken. That is getting ready to, or like an event that's getting ready to come out for Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves has been out for a while now. but it is like Pirates of the Caribbean. Uh, we have 9 days. 9 days, right?
9 days. 9 days. Yeah. What is that date? What is today? Today's the 13th.
I'll tell you.
7 plus wait 22. 22, right?
So
June
June
22.
22nd, which is a Tuesday.
Oh my gosh. And see, like, I don't even play Sea of Thieves, but the fact that there is uh Captain Jack Sparrow in there, you've got Johnny, I mean, um
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones, and you've got his ship, you've got all of his like crew from like the Dead Man's crew,
Mm-hmm.
lots of like different magical creatures. It looked like the mermaids were attacking people.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
And then like what else? It there was like Calypso. I don't know if Calypso's going to be in there, but she's the one that like gave Johnny Depp his jar of dirt, for
hmm
that. She was like the one describing, telling everything about it. And then I could be totally wrong on this, but I think Barbossa's in it.
that's gonna be sick.
Dude, I don't even play Sea of Thieves, and I am going to play Sea of
I'm
Thieves
gonna
on
have to
that
make
Tuesday.
sure mine is updated and ready to rock. That way, as soon as that comes out, I can hop on because that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's
gonna
gonna
be
be super
fun.
cool. I'm not gonna know what I'm doing. We're probably okay. Me and you can play, and then we're gonna get two people that are super sweaty to carry us. We're gonna get Butu and Joe to
Joe,
carry us,
bingo.
and just say, "Hey, tell us what the heck we're doing."
Well, I've played Sea of Thieves because I had it for Xbox before I got a
Right.
PC, and
I
but
played
I can't drive.
very little.
I can't drive the boats worth a darn. So be a little rough on that end.
Yeah, I just I'm just not as like talented at Sea of Thieves. I always have a good time though, but
Hmm
I'm just not that good.
It's all good.
But I'm so excited about that. And it kind of sounded like Johnny Depp's voice. I don't know if it was or was not.
That would be cool
Um
though.
Barbosa's definitely was not. Barbosa's was similar, but it didn't sound like him.
Hmm
Unless I'm mistaken, I don't think that was the same actor.
I know. It's cool because you don't get to see many games don't really like pull movie aspects in and stuff like that. Like the one you really think of, like if you think, oh, what's got something big? It's Fortnite. They've had all kinds
Right,
of stuff
right.
in it.
They've
Or
had
Rocket
what?
League.
They've had all Marvel, they've had uh some DC stuff. They've had
They had
Aquaman,
Star
they've had
Wars.
Batman, Superman, Star Wars. They've had
I mean, they've had
Rick and Morty this season.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, yeah, Marshmallow.
Yeah.
Like
So they've got all
honestly,
this, and then you've got like Rocket League that's had NFL.
yeah.
Um,
And Ford and the
mhm.
Lamborghini and the Corvette.
But you
You
don't
know?
see a lot of like other games getting to show off these movies and stuff. But that is the perfect game for
Oh
Pirates of
yeah.
the Caribbean.
100%. Like I'm actually a little surprised that it didn't come sooner,
Mm-hmm.
but in the same breath, I'm stoked about it. Like hats off to the creators of Sea of Thieves and to Disney. That was stellar.
Yeah.
Now, if they can just add Pirates of the Caribbean like theme song to the game and have it play at all times,
Dun 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 dun
we're
dun
golden.
dun 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 dun.
See, like you see the Kraken swimming after your ship, or like the Megalodon.
Mm-hmm.
Cue the music.
Uh, MVP also said we can't forget NASCAR for Rocket League, I believe.
Oh, that's true. And also, what's up, MVP? Um, but yes. Oh my gosh, that'd been so cool though. Imagine just booking it out of like you see this pirate ship coming after you and you just hear dun 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 dun.
And then you just hear like the icon, like you start fighting, and you just hear the "Hello, love." Like oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
And then when you get away, you just hear some voice in the background. He has got to be the best pirate I've ever seen.
Get the rum. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, I'm so excited.
But I
We
think
should we should we should like cosplay. We should like dress up as Johnny Depp
I'm gonna
or
go.
as
I'm gonna
Captain
go pierce my
Sparrow.
ears for it, just for that to put the earrings in.
All right, I said go for it. Why not?
But now this next one is the one I'm absolutely most excited for.
Oh yeah.
Um, yes, this is like on my hit list.
Okay.
Uh, Battlefield 2042.
Hmm.
Um, is going to be insane. So they've jumped up a little bit into the future. They actually experimented with this a little bit back in the day for like Battlefield 2142. Um, excuse me. Uh, the 2042. So it's a hair in the future. Nothing super crazy. No, from what we've seen, no like wall running, bouncing around on
Right.
jetpacks and stuff. But tanks that hover and robot dogs that go around and shoot and stuff. But we
Yeah.
got to see some gameplay, and earlier this week you got to see the trailer
Right.
for Battlefield 2042, and it looks stunning.
Which, if you have not, go ahead and pause. Go watch, unless you're watching the live stream, don't pause. Uh, go on to YouTube and look up, watch that trailer. It's worth the watch. It's pretty cool. And I kind of agree with what you're saying, Gary. It's at the point where like I don't want to play Call of Duty. I don't want to play this. I'm kind of looking for a different game. I want a bigger game to play. And like
Mm-hmm.
I think that came at the right time, or at least the trailer did, because like now I'm thinking about is Battlefield, and I didn't even grow up liking Battlefield. Like
See,
I'm not a Battlefield fan.
I was a big Battlefield fan, so before I
Hmm.
ever had like online gaming, we had this like old Xbox 360 that we would play Bad Company 2 story on, and I
Hmm.
loved it. And Battlefield 3, and then Battlefield 4 is probably one of my favorite games of all time, multiplayer, shooter wise. Uh, and then Battlefield 1 and then Battlefield 5 were good. They kind of went back, didn't give as much variation as like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 had with customization and everything.
Hmm.
But it's an odd step for them, especially in the trailer that I've seen at the very end. If anyone who's played Battlefield, you've seen the clip where the guy he flies straight up, jumps out of the plane, gets his rocket launcher out, shoots the enemy plane that was tailing him, falls, gets back in his plane, and takes off. Um, and they put this in the trailer. Battlefield has normally been nothing but like super serious, with the World War One, the World War Twos, the more modern warfare. Like there was no
Hmm.
funniness, no true like personality to it.
Yeah.
And this one's like, we're gonna make this one fun, and I think that's a huge W in my book for
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Dice and for Battlefield. And then the gameplay looked amazing. I'm pumped. Um,
Which I also liked. So they had a few other funny moments on today's E3 as well. There was a really cool moment where like you're just watching this intense battle and shooting this and that and tanks everywhere and they're running into a building and they get on the elevator and hit the button and it goes ding, and then they sit on the elevator, and as you're going up they give you this super cool option where you can go right, left, up, down on your D-pad or whatever it is on keyboard. I don't know what's on keyboard. But anyways, you could like put different weapon attachments onto your guns, like a
mhm.
different scope, different clip, a foregrip, a red dot, or stuff like that. And like so it's just like dead quiet. You're just seeing him like exchange different stuff on his gun. And then the elevator goes ding and the door opens and then it's just battle again. It was awesome. Like it was just a moment of like 10 seconds of nothing, but like this guy like changing out his mag, his scope.
It's
But it was pretty cool. It had that same kind of vibe that the jumping out of the plane had. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Like I was kind of like, well, that was cool. So
I'm so pumped. I'm so ready
yeah.
for it. It is it's gonna be great.
Oh, it really is. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited.
And then I know you're super excited.
And
There's like
wait.
go
Before
ahead.
we get too much further, I
Yeah.
had a question for you.
Okay.
the storm, the storm that we see on this game.
Mhm.
What are you getting? What are you thinking? What do you think it is? Is it just like
It's gonna be
something
map
to?
evolution.
Do you think it's going to be kind of like scavengers when like the ice storm goes through?
I think it's gonna kill you instantly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant like that style where like it makes you like have to like evacuate out of that area so you
Yes.
don't like camp in the spots and
Yes. So I don't know. Did
right.
you ever play much Battlefield 4?
I didn't.
Well, there was a map. I'm wanting to say it was Shanghai, I believe. And there's this huge skyscraper dead in the middle of the map. So
Right.
like your Chinese forces were on one end, your U.S. forces were on the other, with this big tower in the center. Everyone tried to fight pretty much to control the top of this tower. People were, jumping off helicopters, getting up in elevators and going up.
Right.
Well, anyways, you could shoot these pillars on the outward side of the building. And after so much damage to it, it would actually cause levolution. The whole building would collapse and pretty much form like a complete rubble and debris pile. And it was like a little
Wow.
island almost in the center of the map, and that became the new control point. So I have a feeling that tornado or storm is going to be on the same route every time. It's going to be a time based levolution, but it's going to
Yeah.
flatten probably anything in its way and kill anyone in its way, and it's going to bring like a new area to the map. That's
Right.
my that is my professional
Okay.
battlefield opinion.
I kind of like that. That sounds cool. I like that. Also, hey Ford, how's it going?
And then I know there's about a million
Okay.
people in the Discord pumped for this next one. All
Oh my
our
god, dude.
party games friends has talked about for since the beta came out and everyone played the beta, which I actually missed out on. Uh, so you can go
Oof.
ahead and take this one. Take the reins.
I am beyond thrilled for this game coming out. We played the demo. It is called Party Animals. It is incredible. The idea is you are just like some fluffy Beanie Baby style like animal, an alligator, a cat, a dog, a bear, whatever. And you just walk around and you just punch and kick and head bump and you can pick up all kinds of like you can pick up shovels and stuff and you just fight each other and knock each other off the map and you can grab them and throw them. And when you knock them out, you can pick them up and throw them off the map. It is funny. It is so funny. You every time you get knocked out or you get hit, it's just ragdoll effect. Your body's just kind of limp, like and you just kind of like spaz everywhere. It's funny. Well, they had all kinds of new maps. They had different types of game modes. They had multiple different characters. There is now, let's see, there is a pig that has like a mohawk and like a black shirt with a skull on it. It's really funny. There is a gorilla, and the gorilla's face is comedy. Is really good. There is, oh my gosh, what else is there? Somebody help me out in chat. But I think there was a tiger in there, a bunch of new characters, basically. Couple of new maps, a couple of like new ways to like knock people out.
Mhm.
But it's one of those games that you can play casually, have like no experience in, have a great time. It's one of those games that you can have like all the experience in the world and have a great time. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those games that like when people are this much better than you, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kinda sucks, but it's it's one of those games where, like, it's very random. You can't really just have that much skill in this
Yeah.
game. Now there are gonna people that are gonna be good,
Mhm.
but that
I'm
comes with every game.
I'm ready for it. Like I said, I was pretty upset that I had to miss the beta, and you all have talked it up so much. I'm ready to whoop everybody. So
Dude,
it's gonna happen.
it is comedy at its finest. Like, I don't think I've ever played a single game of Party Animals that I didn't laugh out loud at some point. It kinda has the same feel to it, so to say, as oh, what is it?
Gang Beasts.
Gang Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it kind of has the same vibe as Gang Beast, but it's a lot more funny. But if you have not seen it, look up Party Animals. It's supposed to be releasing next year, but it is going to be absolutely comedy. It's gonna be fun, dude. So, um, so moving on to the next game. I know this had some miserable first looks at it,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody talked a lot of crap about it, but I'm still stoked about it. Halo Infinite is still going to be good. Yes, you looked at like pre something footage and like it didn't have the right shading, it didn't have this graphics, it didn't look great. The brute looked dumb. Well, it looks a lot better now. Those little video cutscenes are crisp. It's like watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I'm most excited about is the free to play multiplayer. So you can download the multiplayer, you can download the game. You can do one or the other, or you can do one. It's kind of like the free multiplayer for, or not multiplayer,
Like
Warzone.
Warzone. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you could buy Call of Duty. But it had, if you have not watched it, it is worth the watch. You have all kinds of different weapons. You have all kinds of different like abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was some really cool like new things that they added. It felt more like a fast-paced shooter slash Halo. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't have like old school slow Halo vibes, and it didn't have like Halo 5 where it felt really weird vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought Halo 5 was just like a 180 from all the rest of the Halos. It was just weird. This one kind of had a good mixture of it all. Now, I wasn't sold on the grapple hook,
Uh huh.
but watching the multiplayer of them using the grapple hook was super cool, dude. I loved every bit of it. I'm stoked about that. The um the multiplayer also had like full customization. You could change your Spartan however you wanted your Spartan to look.
Mm-hmm.
You could give them different armor pieces, kind of like which one was it? It might have been Halo 5 that you could customize your Spartan.
I remember you couldn't
But
like ODST and stuff.
yeah, that too. This one's like there are a lot of different options. Like there was one at the very end of the trailer or video gameplay or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
where the Spartan grapple hooked the like a grenade through it, blew it up, and it when he blew up the energy sword came right to him. He grabbed it, and then when he sliced, it showed him, and his Spartan was like designed as a samurai, like an
Oh,
old
that's
style
sick.
samurai. Clean, dude. It was so clean. I can't wait. I know myself and Mayo were just like dying, like, oh my god, I need Halo. Oh, but I know Halo's not for everybody,
I
but
know
for
you've been pumped
somebody
with
who
Halo for a while.
I Halo was the very first Xbox game I played. I went and played Halo 1 and then Halo 2 on the Xbox. And then that's right when the Halo 3 came out on the Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
So I played 1 and 2, had never played any Xbox, any Halo, nothing. I was like, "Oh my god, I love Halo. I got to get this game." So I went and bought Halo 3 like the day it came out on a 360 and played that and was like, "This is the greatest thing of my life." So I essentially Halo was what kind of got me into like Xbox gaming before I
Mm-hmm.
got into like PC and stuff. So I feel like Halo has a special spot
Oh
in my
yeah,
heart.
it's got to.
Oh, but dude, it's gonna be good. The gameplay is worth watching. That multiplayer
Mm-hmm.
was clean. Like I think it'd be. It kind of had like a kind of like a Apex vibe to it, you know, like
Oh
a
really?
like abilities type thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's like you got the bubble shield type thing. They have like reworked things, so it looks more like that's a like party like, but more like competitive.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm burping all over the place,
I am
man.
too. I am too. This beer's getting it. Um, Yeah, that's gonna be cool. The free multiplayer I think is gonna be it's a wild choice. I think like of all things for Halo to make free because that's what people love. Which Halo's always been known for great campaigns.
Oh, the Halo campaigns are always great,
But
but I'm not gonna
their
lie, I
multiplayer,
love multiplayer with friends,
yes, but
not competitive multiplayer with other
like
people.
making it free is a wild choice. So what I'm gonna say, there's probably gonna be a lot of in-game purchases.
I
Skins, all kinds of
I
stuff.
imagine so. I think there will be a lot of skins that you can buy. Um, I don't think there's gonna be any pay to win.
Mm-mm. Cause
Bungie
I'm
was never
I'm
like
saying
that,
cosmetic.
but 343, I don't think 343's ever been like that either. They never made anything pay to win on Halo 4 or 5 or anything else. So I think it'd be good though.
Oh yeah, I'll give it a try.
hmm I think, and I mean, it's gonna be free. You might as
Hmm.
well, or at least download it or something.
Oh yeah, I'll download it.
So I'm also not gonna lie. Onto this next game, when they first showed the very beginning, the guys I was in the voice call with, I was like, Diablo 4, Diablo 4. And then like 10 seconds in, I went, not Diablo 4. What is this? And then I realized Diablo 2 is getting a remake. And don't get me wrong, Diablo 2 is awesome, but this game looked lean. Like I want to buy it. Like hands down. Like I like Diablo 2. It was great.
Hmm.
But this remake, it's like playing a whole new game. It's like I'm trying to think. What's a good remake that when they made it, everybody was like, "Oh my god, this is incredible."
Oh,
It's not Star Wars Battlefront because I was bummed.
probably like the Resident Evils.
Yeah, okay, that's actually a good one. Like what's the most recent one? RE2,
Mm, I
Resident
think
Evil
so.
2 that everybody's like crazy about. Yeah. Um, but dude, Diablo 2 looks clean. Graphics wise, awesome. I had Diablo 3, ran through Diablo 3 constantly. There was like a time that I think I played it for like months straight. Um, Diablo 2 I did enjoy, but not as much as Diablo 3. But looking at this remaster,
Hmm.
hands down want to play.
Ready to throw down.
I'm ready to throw down.
I actually never played any of the Diablo games, so I'll have to check that out. If not, I'll definitely be watching you do some gaming on it.
It's it's a it's a very different style.
Hmm. It's a dungeon crawler, isn't it?
It's a dungeon crawler. Yeah, totally. And it's more fun to play with friends. And here's the craziest part about Diablo 2's remake: 8-player co-op.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
I mean,
Which,
that's a
let's
lot of
see,
people.
in Diablo 3, and somebody might have to, you might have to look this up, or I might have to look this up. Let me see how many different classes are in Diablo 2. Diablo 2 classes. Because in Diablo 3, I think there was about 8. Let's see.
Eight
Okay, let's
classes.
look at the wiki. Yes. So in Diablo 2, you could be an Amazon, an assassin, a barbarian, a druid, a necromancer, a paladin, and a sorceress. So there are 7 different classes. And I guess technically, wait, yeah, 7 different classes. I guess technically you could just, somebody could be a duplicate, a different role. Um, Diablo 3 had barbarian, crusader, demon hunter, monk, necromancer, witch doctor, wizard. So they had 7 too. I thought they had 8. Maybe I miscounted. Um, but anyways, regardless,
Hmm.
I think this is gonna be pretty cool. 8-player co-op is honestly wild.
So that's a lot. That's more
But
than
dude,
you can have in a party for COD or Overwatch or
right,
most games.
right.
So
That is kind of wild.
get all the homies in there.
I know. That is kind of fun. And that's one of those games that you just like you play for like hours and then look at the time and go, "Oh crap, it's 12 at night." You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's one of those games that
You just lose
time
all
just
track of time.
yeah. And like Minecraft's like that. Minecraft is one of those games that you can play and then you can go back and go, "Oh shoot, I've been playing for 5 hours." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's weird. Alrighty. I guess that's about all I had for Diablo 2, although I'm pretty excited about it. There's so many games I'm excited about from this E3.
So I know
Do you want to talk about this?
this next one you're gonna be pumped for.
Yeah.
So I was a big Far Cry 4 fan. I know you really liked Far Cry 5.
Five was fun.
You and Cap went on a big tangent of like only playing Far Cry for a while,
Yeah.
and Far
Which I
Cry
still need to beat it.
Far Cry 6 looks awesome. I mean, they I think they kill it every time.
Hmm.
Uh, I watched a couple clips. You know, like some of the allies you can get. You know, you can get the
Hmm.
little dog with no back legs. It's on like a
Oh,
little scooter. I think there was one that looked like a baby alligator, if I'm not
there.
wrong.
There's also a rooster. You can send a rooster in to like peck people. It's kind of wild.
It's gonna be awesome. Games, they're always done well. They do a great job at making you hate the antagonist of
Oh yeah.
each one.
Oh yeah.
Um, it's gonna be awesome. They always look great. I mean, the
The
gunplay always
gun,
feels
the
good.
gunplay. That's that blows me away every single time. It's how well that gunplay is.
Hmm.
Like really good.
Oh yeah.
Um. Also, they had some like really cool like map like area. Um, I'm trying to remember where they said the map was based off of. Um, but it had a very like tropical kind of vibe to it. More kind of closer to 4 than rather than 5. 5 was
Okay.
very much where was 5? Was that
Like Midwestern.
it was yeah, it was Midwest. It was actually in a state, and I can't remember which state it was.
I'm not sure.
Um,
Let me see.
but I'll have to go back and look at it. But it looked really cool. They had some really cool additions to it via the trailer. Um, they there was one part in the scene where the guy said, "Next
Based
time
out of
I come back."
Montana.
It was based off Montana.
Far Cry
Okay.
5 was based out of Montana.
Okay. What about 6, if you don't mind to look that up?
I'm looking.
Okay. But there was a part where the guy said, "Next time I come back, I'm gonna have to borrow that backpack of yours."
In the Caribbean
It's
islands.
in the Caribbean. Okay. And so after he says that, there's like this really cool scene where it shows her using this quote unquote backpack, and it's like it looks spot on, like you've seen Star Wars. It looks like
Hmm.
Jango Fett's like backpack with the missile on it,
Oh,
and
that's
she like
sick.
shoots like 3 missiles up in the air. Wild. It was so cool. It's like where'd she get the Mandalorian jetpack here? I want it. But I'm stoked, man. Again, another game that I'm like, I want to play this right now. Why can't I?
Soon enough.
Soon, I guess. Just not soon.
And this one we've played this one before. We haven't played it in a while. We need to play it again.
Yes, we do.
Was
I
grounded.
actually almost loaded it up.
Was grounded.
Grounded.
Um, they've already actually had some major updates since the last time we played. There's now fish in the ponds.
Hmm.
Um,
And it's killed me a few times.
has it?
I, yeah. I can't survive it.
But there's another just big update coming out with a mega spider.
The
Big son of a gun.
queen, the queen. Oh, what they call it? Oh my gosh, I can't even think of what it was. Queen Terract or something.
Hmm.
Uh, but anyways, it was huge, and it was funny because in their trailer, like they switched off the arachnophobia mode, so it just looked like a bunch of blobs because there's a setting that you can switch over if you're afraid of spiders, um, and it turned it into just giant blobs, and it was still kind of menacing, honestly.
Because the spiders in this game look terrifying, and they're
Oh, for sure.
huge. They're huge.
Yeah.
I watched a TikTok actually of someone playing Grounded, and he was streaming on Twitch, and his chat told him to do it because they knew he has arachnophobia. He said, "I'm honestly
Oof.
probably gonna hate this." And he saw one, and this guy is screaming bloody murder at the top of his lungs. I mean, you thought
That's
he would have
fun.
like something happened to him. It was awesome. It was hilarious.
We killed a spider a little earlier on than we should have. Like, we shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
have been able to beat it, but we all just kind of jumped it. And I still remember it was me, you, Bruce, and Cats in the bag. And I think Cats finally hit the final blow, but like we died like 3 or 4
Yeah, we
times.
Fortnited it. We boxed it. We
Yeah,
built like
built walls.
and then it knocked the walls down and got out and killed everybody. But we did it. We still did it because it was the wolf spider.
We were proud of
We
ourselves.
were very proud. So,
We didn't even have armor or anything. I think we
no,
were just running in there with
yeah,
clubs, just
and a
hoping.
spear, I think.
Yeah,
So
but it was fun.
we'll have to check that one back out.
For sure. And they added a lot of different things to it. There's like bees, there's lightning bugs, there's um like all kinds of water creatures. You can explore more. Um, Apparently you can mess with the crow a little more than like me and Bruce were like sitting there like throwing stuff at it and we couldn't
Mm,
like actually hit it. I think you can actually like touch the crow or the crow does stuff or whatever.
that'd be cool.
So yeah. I kind of want to get back into that. And for those who do not know what grounded is, basically the idea is like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You're like the size of an ant, teeny tiny. Everything else is like it's normal size, but to you it looks huge. So these
Grass is like
spiders are massive.
trees.
The grasses, oh my God, grasses. The grass is like trees, like you said. There's like weed stems way up high. You can now use mushrooms to build. You can now use stones to build. Um, they added like rounded areas. Instead of just a flat wall, you can get a
Mhm.
rounded thing, which is really cool. There's
Acorn
all kinds
shells
of
for
stuff.
armor.
Acorn shells armor, ant armor, ladybug armor. You can use the koi fish bones and scales to make stuff to swim. There is all kinds of stuff. You can now sit. They made a huge statement on the trailer. They're like, you can now sit in this game. Like, we made it to where you can sit down on things.
It's awesome.
Because apparently a lot of people said, I want to sit down. I wish my character would sit. And like after all these different comments, they said, all right, well, you can sit. Um, but regardless, grounded, fun game, well worth getting, and we need to get back into it.
I say we need to play soon.
Yeah.
Uh, Speaking of a game that's got another update, another game that we have not played in a while that's going to make a good community event night is Among Us, which now can have 15 people. It
Which is
was
was
10.
it 10? I think it
10.
was 10.
So you get 5 more
Which is
people.
kind of yeah, it's kind of interesting.
So I'd say you're going to get
Um
one more imposter for that. So I think up to 3 imposters. Is that correct?
yes, 3. I thought you could have 3 imposters.
Then it might be 4. I don't know. But
No, I remember the trailer said 3, but I don't know if we could always do 3 or if 3 is new. So I don't know.
but there you're getting an extra 5 people, so you can get more friends in there, more people. If you're streaming, you want to make it a community night, whatever you want to do. There's a lot more open space, so I think that's gonna be cool. I'm excited for that
Right.
one.
I do too. And I don't think they really announced anything other than that. I don't think they
Mm-mm.
gave a map or anything new. I think it was just
Just
the fact that
more people.
you can now do 15.
Mhm.
So I thought that was cool. Um. Okay, now this next game, I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. Garrett, on the other hand, I know he's not. Age of Empires 4. Dude, Age of Empires 2 and 3 were my jam. I played that as a kid all the time. The idea is you raise your empire, you raise your army, you send your army out to attack people, you build your settlement, you protect your place, build boats, you send your troops out, you farm, you cut down trees, you do it all. It's not Jared's forte though. He
No.
does not like it.
I mean, it was fun. We played
Yeah.
what was it? 2 or 3 that we were playing with Andrew and Brucey and all of them. 'Cause we could buy it on Steam.
I think it was 2. It was on the Xbox Game Pass.
Mhm.
I actually have 2 and 3. I have 2 and 3 now
Gotcha.
because they're both on there. But I think at the time we were playing 2. Um, but yeah, it's fun. It's like a speed run of like
Strategy.
strategy. You know,
Yeah. It's going to be cool.
you could pick different like societies. You know, I could be um, the Aztecs.
The
You could
Mayans.
be the um, the Mongolians. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like it just was. You could be whatever, like
And just go
a
for world
society.
domination.
Yeah, basically world domination. You could win by conquest, or you could win by creating wonders of the world. All kinds of cool stuff. Um, but yeah, I'll go ahead and move on from that one because I know you're not stoked on
No,
it.
you're good. You're good.
But I will tell you that the next game we're going to talk about is actually really close to the first game that we talked about. So, you know, Bethesda is coming out with Starfield. There is a game that is already out called Outer Worlds, and it's made by Obsidian. Great game. It did not catch as much, like, I
Traction.
don't know, traction, yeah, as I thought it would, but it is a great game, great decision style game, lots of great gunplay, fun, like, story, everything. Short, but a fun story. Well, today they announced through the funniest trailer I have ever seen in my entire life, Outer Worlds 2. And I kid you not, watch that trailer after this. It was good. It was like and now you're going to see some really cool gunplay of somebody shooting, but you're not going to see who he's shooting at. And then it's like solar flare. Now we're looking at the landscape with nice little solar flares off in the distance for the dramatic effect. Now we're going to, and it's just like
A
constant.
play
Like it
by
just
play
kept
of what's
giving you
going on.
play by play of like what's going on in the trailer. And like people on the E3, like afterwards, were just like, that was the funniest trailer I've ever seen. Hands down, that was the best thing they have ever made. So it's well worth the watch. Just absolutely died watching that. It was good. But you know, not only did the trailer like seem funny, but like the gameplay looked good.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a 1-2 combo. You know, you were laughing, but you were like, man, this actually looks clean. So, did you ever play Outer Worlds?
I didn't. I think I watched. Was it Adam had it? I think,
Mhm.
and maybe Andrew. And I think they were streaming it a couple times in the Discord, and I kind of popped in and watched it there. But I never had it. I did not.
It's interesting. It is it's similar to a Bethesda decision making game. You could be
Mm-hmm.
good, you could be bad, you could choose this, you could choose that. And it's very futuristic. It's more felt more Guardians of the Galaxy style
Gotcha.
than more along the lines of futuristic astronaut style,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
So I think Starfield and Outer Worlds are going to be slightly different, but it's going to have that same idea of futuristic space travel role playing game.
I have to check it out. I'll have to
It
check
was
that out
cool.
big time.
I was pretty pumped by that one.
Then, ooh, this one. I feel like this one's definitely more up your alley. Uh,
Uh-huh.
Flight Simulator, which
Okay.
has been out for
This is more up Amish guy Levi's, Mr. Nace's, and like a
Red
bunch of other
Ice.
people's alley. Red Ice's. This is like their style game for sure. But I'm not gonna lie. I was sucked in. Go ahead. You can continue. I don't want
Oh
to take
no, 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 you're good. Uh, Flight Simulator, which is it's been out for a while, hasn't it? I believe.
um
Or is this like a
yes, but
newer like revamp?
this was a new,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, pretty much you fly, kind of
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of stuff, and there's going to be an expansion coming out for it
Mm-hmm.
that is based off a movie. Again, for another game.
Yeah. For another.
And if it's flying, you'd probably guess it's a flying movie. Like
Turbo
Top
Boots.
Gun. And it's going to be sick. It's going to be
Dude,
sick.
it was pretty cool. I don't know how much. They didn't really give you a lot on the Top Gun. The Top Gun was like the last little bit. They didn't give you like a whole lot to expect, but it was enough to be like, oh, sick Top Gun? Yes. Yes, please.
Sign me up.
Um, but it was really cool to see the flight simulator. I'm not a huge simulator fan, but watching it, I was intrigued. Like
Mhm.
it was like one of those like flyover things where like you're seeing like all of these famous cities, landscapes, like all these giant, excuse me, what's like what would the Statue of Liberty be?
Monuments.
Monuments? Yes, thank you. All these wonders of the worlds. You were going over the pyramids, you were looking over deserts, you were going over big oceans, you were seeing all these islands, and like these are real places. Like you're flying over real places, looking at the mountains you're going over, and like it was the most pristine, crisp image. You're sitting there watching it, going, "Wow, that's beautiful." Like I'm 100% interested into this,
Mhm.
and I don't even like buy flight simulator games, but like I want to buy a flight simulator game just to see this scene.
Plays it one
Um,
time, puts it away.
Yeah, I played it one time. But you can like you can pick different uh planes, different helicopters, different biplanes. I don't know what else you can pick. I guess the Top Gun expansion gives you like jets and stuff. Um but man, it looked good. Um I do want to play it. You could
Mhm.
get down up close and personal into things, so you could fly like under bridges and
Oh, that's
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And Andrew brought up a good point, and I don't know why, but like it resonated with me. After he said it, I was like, "Oh, yeah, you're right." But he said, "I like the flight simulator, but I feel like it needs to have guns on it." And I was like, "You're kind of right." Like I kind of like after all of these like war games we're playing, I feel like I have to be shooting at something now.
Yeah.
And, like, it would almost be funny if they just, like, made the ability to, like, shoot, but it did nothing, like, no damage to anything.
You just shoot.
But then you would get, like, all kinds of, like, terroristic videos of, like, people running and the stuff, so I was like, "Okay, well, maybe not."
Yeah, probably a smart idea.
Stretch that one. Boards. Oh, but regardless, if you are interested in flying,
Whew.
that is well worth it. Bless you.
Thank you.
I know you muted, but I saw you sneeze.
It got me down. Uh,
Down bad.
it got me down bad. See now, this I'm more excited for Forza.
Oh, yeah.
I'm more excited for Forza. I played quite a few of the Forzas. They're awesome. Um, but of course, this is going to be another one. Mr. Nays, Levi,
Mhm.
Red Ice. Like this is right up their alley. But the Forzas
Right.
always look great. The scenery, the countrysides that they use, the vehicles, the customization, the tunes, the events, the races is all good.
Which and correct me if I'm wrong for anybody who's out there, but this one was, based off of Mexico, and a really cool thing that they did is they took, creators from Mexico. They had graphic designers, they had, people that, like, created game-like stuff. They had them work on this game
Oh,
and,
that's
like,
cool.
brought them in for the resources, and, like, their like map knowledge, their like scenery, their like ideas and stuff generated
Hmm.
because of that. And I can't remember, but there's like some kind of like um there's like some kind of festival, not festival. I wish I paid more attention on it now, but there was something to do with why they chose Mexico on this game. And I can't remember what it was. And somebody who plays Forza would definitely know. Um
That's pretty cool though that they did that.
yeah, very open world, one of the biggest like open world racing games. in the world in like that they've ever made.
Mhm.
Like I think it was far superior to like Forza 4. Um,
Really.
mhm. But I'll tell you what the coolest part of this entire scene was. He's sitting here describing how everything looks, and he said, "Well, like if you look at this right here, you can see the outline of the cactus. You can see the outline of the road, and you see this. You know, you're looking at this thinking, wow, that is like one of the best pictures I've ever seen. Did they render that? Wow, that's a very good image. Wow." And then he goes, "Well, what you're thinking is that's a great screenshot." Well, it's not. It's the gameplay. And the car drives by, and you watch the car drive in this like 8K beautiful view, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like, everybody and their brother was like, "No chance." They all thought that that was like, a screenshot and
Mhm.
not, like, the actual which kinda blows my mind,
S
like
Forza's always had amazing visuals for their
right.
games.
You look at that car they had, I don't even know what exotic car that was, but it was nice.
Mhm.
But, they had that car just sitting there, and you could pick out every grain of dust on it. It was just, like, pristine. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. They, um they also have ray tracing on Forza, and I know you, like, turn that off for, like,
What?
Apex and stuff like that because it gets in the way, but, like, the ray tracing on Forza was apparently, like, a huge deal. Just he talked about that quite a bit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It was wild. It was one of those trailers that, like, I left going, "I don't even play Forza, but I would play that."
Mhm.
Although the only downside is they sat there and they talked about Forza for like 5, 10 minutes after, like how they created it. And yeah, it was cool. I loved how they created it, but I was kind of like, this is kind of overkill. I
On
want to
to
see
the
what else we
next.
got. Yeah, I was like, show me some more. But it was good, honestly. If you're a Forza fan, that's your dream made right there.
Mhm.
Like, not even joking. That was an awesome game. All kinds of customization, everything.
Oh yeah. Forza, they've always killed it with that. So I'm excited. There's a couple of these like you make me want to go back and watch. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch a couple of, but they always look so good. I just
I
can't get over them.
know.
They always look so
I
good.
know. Dude, I think it's gonna be awesome though. I think all these games coming out between now and 2022 are going to be sorry,
Yeah.
the end of 2022
Yeah.
are going to be
It's gonna be a big year for a
it's
big
gonna be a
big
big
year, big 2 years for gaming. I think.
a lot of content creation. You can definitely see how things are moving towards that way.
Mhm.
Um and then they kind of like acted like they were done with E3 after they ended with Forza. And so like everybody was kind of like holding their breath because I know all of us were, and there was a lot of people in Discord who was typing it out. We were all kind of holding our breath because they always save like the best for last, so to say. And so they kind of said, "Oh, and we've got one little more surprise for you." And we were all like, "What is it?" And then Bethesda comes back out, and like I know myself and like a bunch of other people were going, "Oh my god, if it's Elder Scrolls 6, I will die." You know, like please be the next game to Oblivion, Skyrim, you know, or another Fallout or
Mhm.
something, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bummed because it wasn't one of those. But the game that they did put out, I was pretty impressed with. It looked like a pretty cool game. It had a very, very cool trailer. But I think, like I said, just a second ago, I think I was a slightly bummed by the fact that it wasn't Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, I figured. Yeah. I'm ready for a new Elder Scrolls. Actually, I'm
Oh, I know.
more ready for another Fallout. But I know
And
everyone
see,
else
like,
in the world's ready for another Elder Scrolls.
yeah. And see, like, I thought it was going to be it because, for one, this is the 20-year anniversary for, like, the Xbox, whatever, for Microsoft. I don't know. I can't remember. But this was also the 10-year anniversary coming up for Skyrim. Do you know Skyrim came out 11/11/11?
Mhm.
So we are like a couple months short of the 10-year anniversary of Skyrim. So I was just like, "Oh, this is it. We're going to get news about it." Well, we didn't. But we did get news about the brand new game and brand new um what's not company, creator studio, I don't know.
Mhm.
Um but they're creating this game called Redfall. Um And Redfall looked pretty cool. You had 4 different style characters, your basic premise of fighting bad guys with all these different abilities. But those bad guys, which were quote unquote cult members, had like vampires in the mix. And you had to like stop these vampires. And like it was a really cool video. And I'm intrigued and I definitely will play it.
Mhm.
But again, I was a little
A little
bummed
bummed.
that it wasn't the next Elder Scrolls.
I say I get back. I had to go. I went up to town with my mom, and I'm hopping on Discord on the way back, and my chat for the community Discord was TES, TES. Oh my god, da, da, da. I mean, it was nuts. Like I just kept scrolling. I was like, dude, I'm never gonna get to the end of this. And
Oh yeah.
then I saw where it hit, and everyone just like went quiet for a second. It's like,
Yeah. Everybody's like, no. Oh, and it did look good. It
mhm.
looked really good. And I definitely am going to play it. But also besides speaking on some more Bethesda news, they did have a new update for Fallout 76. It was a huge update apparently. And it looked interesting. Again, I've never been a big Fallout 76 fan, but I know that it has gotten better over the years and that makes me feel better about it, but
Still,
I don't know. Still probably down.
no.
They also did announce that the new Elder Scrolls Online um like DLC that just came out, which was Blackwood. Is that
Yes.
Blackwood? That just came out. They are making one more chapter to that DLC to finish the storyline of the Dremora Lord dude. I can't even I need to play it because you can tell I don't know much about it. But the Dremora Lord, the big bad, the villain, there's one more chapter to that storyline. So that was a pretty neat announcement. Makes me wonder where they'll go after that. Because there are you could spend thousands of hours in Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh yes.
Like there's so much story, there's so much content. You've got all kinds of different characters you can choose from. Like the Elder Scrolls Online really has a lot. And like, yes, it had bad reviews when it first came out, and so did 76, but as they have developed, as they have gained more traction, as they've gained more DLCs and storyline, you just hear nothing but good news about
Oh yeah.
them. So I feel like I need to pull the trigger and get in there,
I
you know?
know. Just hop on, log in, and don't come out for like 3 days. And you're like, woo! Like,
Yeah.
come back to reality. And you're like, you can speak Daedric. It's just,
You can speak Daedric.
you go on a tangent. Shoo.
Oh, I love that.
Cast spells and forge
Cast
armor.
spell. Oh my god. That's great.
Summon a ladybug to fly on. I mean, it'd be stupid.
That's But let's see. They have been going just about all day. We are still watching little cutscenes. I don't know what this is. Um but there's all kinds of little small games that didn't really make the cut that are like they're putting stuff on right now. That was the Rift Breaker. That actually looked intriguing. That is on the Future Game Show. So if you're interested, tune in. It's on Twitch, it's on YouTube. Just type in Twitch Gaming or YouTube Gaming or something, you'll find it.
So you can probably type E3 and it's gonna be the first thing to
You
pop
can
up.
type E3. Yeah. Be sure to go back and watch some of these trailers. They were sick. And oh my gosh, we probably hit about half of them, if I'm being honest with you. There were several games that like they were cool, but didn't quite make the like, oh, that's gonna be a heck of a game cut. And then there was a couple games that I personally was just, you know, Slime Rancher
Yeah.
2. This was the second one. That game's not for me. But if you were a fan of Slime Rancher, that looked pretty incredible for me. I'm not gonna lie. But um Kitchen Witch did say speaking Daedric would be pretty neat.
It would. It'd be
It
sick.
would be pretty neat. Yeah. Actually, I think Kitchen Witch said that Slime Rancher looked interesting. I think she played the first.
I played Slime Rancher. Too.
Did you like it?
Mm-hmm. It's
It
just
just
something
it just
super
wasn't
casual.
for me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something super casual, like just kind of hanging out, wanting something to do.
I get that. I get that. But there was all kinds of games in there that are worth checking out. And just because we didn't like cover it over this little bit that we talked about it, doesn't mean that they're not going to be an awesome game.
Oh yeah.
So
It was just ones that excited us a little bit.
oh yeah, for sure. And also, I think there's something. Oh, Tuesday. Tuesday is the Nintendo Direct. I'm excited for that. I hope we get some good stuff. I hope we get some more like videos on like the Pokemon Arceus
Mm-hmm.
and also the new like the remakes of Diamond and Pearl. I think will be really cool. Usually this is a good time where they announce something like super random that you were like, what?
I'm thinking they might.
When did they do that?
Haven't they teased it like a new Switch?
They did. It's like a Pro, and so like a Switch. My Switch, the 720.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of this one is it'll do 1080.
Wow.
And it will have it's not 4K, but it does a lot better than what our Switch does. And honestly, that's kind of cool. I wish the Switch was capable of higher processing, I guess, more video quality, but it's hard. I
Something
totally
that small,
understand that.
yeah, definitely.
Something that small, something that cheap. I mean, $2.99. That's not a bad deal. This is a handheld game you can put into a TV and play it on your TV or walk away with it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I hope they come out with another Zelda game. And honestly, so like the last Nintendo Direct, here's a good case. They announced that they were doing the remake of oh my god. It wasn't Wind Waker, it was Link's Awakening. They did the remake of Link's Awakening, and I'm here to tell you I enjoyed that. It was like the above view, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're looking down, similar
Like
to
the old like
Pokemon
N64 style.
Yes. And it was fun. It was just a complete overhaul of the graphics, same exact storyline. I had a blast. Like it was just fun to play. I kind of want to go play it now that I'm talking about it. Dang, we just talked about too many fun games today.
I'll say it's definitely got me like amped for all this to come out.
I know.
I'm pumped.
I am pumped too. All right, Garrett, continue to talk for like maybe 20 seconds. I gotta go get another beer. This is going to be the third of the Country Boy Lemonade Lager, just so you know.
Okay. I'm touch base, let the people know a little bit about the events.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So, we've talked about it in the past couple episodes, that we are going to be doing a Overwatch tourney and a Knockout City tourney with the community Discord, and we have come up with some dates now, I believe. Let me see here. I had them pulled up just a second ago.
What
Here
are we
we go.
looking for?
I found them. So we are shooting for the Overwatch tourney is going to be first. and it is either going to be June 25th or June 26th. So it is a Friday or Saturday, in 2 weeks. So if you play Overwatch, if you want to get into that, message anybody, message myself or Dano. Stop by our streams. We'll have a link for the community Discord. You can come sign in there. That's going to be a good time. And then on July 16th or 17th, which I think yet again is another Friday or Saturday, just depending on schedules and everything, we'll be doing the Knockout City tourney. Private matches, having a blast the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pay to play. Normally, some of us from the staff get together, put a little bit of a donation towards it for the winners. So definitely, if any of those would interest you, let us know. We'd love to have you there. It's going to be a good time. So
Yeah, and just to reiterate, this is just something that we like to do. We just think it's fun to get everybody involved and have a big turnout. And so, again, we don't ask for money. We just throw in, we just pitch in something because we hope it incentivize. What's the
incentivize
word?
us.
Yeah, thank you. Gets more people involved. Gets more people like wanting to play. Sorry,
It's
I'm too
okay.
stupid. But basically just trying to get more people. So, and I think I'm trying to think. We didn't do anything. Wait, was the last tournament? The last tournament was Rocket League, right? Because we did because
Yes.
Sarge, one of our members of the community, donated um however many credits to each of the winners, and like that was huge. Like
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Sarge. I think he donated practically like $15-$20 to each of the winners. Um, just because he enjoyed seeing people in the community hanging out, playing. So if you're ever interested in like maybe winning a prize, but also just having fun and competing, um, come and join us. Um, so yeah,
We have a good time.
we always have a good time. That's true.
And speaking of good time, if you all have had a good time or if you had anything that you have wanted to say throughout this episode, now's your time. And while you're doing that, we're going to do my second favorite part of the podcast, the beer
But
review.
before we do the beer review, we should definitely talk about our weekend review on stream. That's actually pretty impressive. Is it empty?
No.
Oh, I'm actually concerned.
And it was opened.
Oh god, that's scary.
Playing dangerous
Uh,
games.
so be thinking those questions up. But before that, um, you kind of got into some streams this week.
Mm-hmm.
You did a couple of different games,
I did.
unless I'm mistaken.
Nope, I did.
And for anybody who is new and you're wondering what in the world is going on, myself and Garrett are content creators. We stream on Twitch. We put out YouTube videos, TikToks, all kinds of stuff. Would appreciate the follow. Any subs are most appreciated. But yeah, sorry. Continue.
Oh no,
Do
you're
what
good.
you were doing.
Yeah, we played a little bit of everything this week. Started it out last Sunday before the podcast, I believe. Played some Rust.
Mhm.
And then I believe Tuesday I played Rust. Was streaming Rust. Thursday we played way too much Valorant. I mean, like,
You played for several hours.
yes, just several, just several. No double digits or nothing at all.
Mhm.
But we played a lot of
You
Val.
did, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, I did. I played a lot of
That's
Valorant.
awesome.
Um,
That's awesome.
but we got to play with Cap. Dano came and played with us after we got off work. Met a lot of new friends. Actually, one of the bigger streams I've had in a while. That stream alone gained roughly right around 10 to 11 new followers, uh, which was super sick. And then got to play with like our buddy Jay. I mean, it was our buddy Carnage. Like, it was a good time. We just had fun, fragged out, did a lot of laughing.
Yeah.
As Jay would say, we went doggy, so it was cool.
Going doggy.
But
Him and Mindy and
oh, it's
stuff, and
hilarious.
like they always say that. I don't
And
even know what it means sometimes, and I still say it.
like
So
going in, just going ham.
okay,
No,
good.
you're good. And then Friday, um, we played. We had a Fire Team Friday, which Fire Team is from Destiny 2, and played some Destiny 2. And I'm actually planning after the podcast doing a little bit of streaming and playing some more Destiny 2 after this.
Oh, that'd
So
be sick. So if you're watching right now, make sure you go hang out with Desperate Saint TV. No, you're not Desperate Saint TV on
just
Twitch.
Desperate
Go
Saint.
hang out with Desperate Saint on Twitch.
Bingo.
And
Yeah,
if you happen to listen to this a day later, he's gonna be live on Tuesday. So
I will be.
check him out there.
What about you? How was you had a pretty big week.
I had a decent week. So first and foremost, I streamed on. We got done with the podcast. I streamed on Monday, and I had a incredible Monday stream, and it was just so bizarre to me. I think we almost hit 30 twice. Um, 30 viewers on a Monday is bizarre to me. I
It's
don't
wild.
ever get 30 viewers. Yeah. But we did some Valorant. Just had a great time. Um, it was actually really funny because I might actually have to get a tattoo thanks to the $300 donation. So that was super cool. I'm still trying to figure out what that tattoo might be. Also, I did not stream on Wednesday because my girlfriend was going on vacation on Thursday, and I felt like I needed to spend some time with her.
Hmm.
So I went and did that, and then on Thursday, I went and picked up her dog and her fish. Oh, I guess I better go ahead and just spill the beans, do a big story mode here. So, picked up the dog, took that dog and my dog upstairs, put them in my apartment, walked downstairs to get the fish, grabbed the fish and its bowl, walked upstairs, put the fish in his bowl and the actual bowl that like that he usually is in,
Hmm.
and like set the bowl in the bowl so that I could, get used to the temperature. Which I mean, it was the same water, but I figured I'd
Still.
go ahead and do it anyways. Um, Went in there to my room, saw that the dog had pooped in my room, and it was gross. And I cleaned it up for the better part of like 45 minutes. Walked back into the living room after like almost an hour later, and that fish was dead. That fish
It
was
was.
so dead. It was floating
Oh
sideways. It
man, it
wasn't
was.
moving. It went from purple to black. That fish was dead. And I thought, I'll just hold out hope that the fish is okay. So I finally transferred him over into the bowl. He still wasn't swimming. I went ahead and came back, played some games on Thursday night with Saints and Jay and Cap and who was our
Carnage.
fifth? And Carnage. Yes, thank you. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'll just get back up and like 9 o'clock I'll get out there. He's gonna be swimming. 10 o'clock he'll be swimming for sure. For sure. Walked out there, that fish was still dead. There wasn't a chance in the world that fish was gonna survive. So went back out there the next morning, just hoping and praying for some unknown reason that it was moving, and it was in the same exact spot, and I finally flushed it. And I felt so guilty that I
Mhm.
killed my girlfriend's beta fish, the unkillable fish that beta fishes are. She's only had it for like 2 weeks, so I was like, wow, I really blew it. I went ahead and told her I'm not going to sneak around and say I didn't. Um, and then so yeah, don't trust me with your fish. I'll apparently kill it. So, anyways,
Oh my
Friday,
gosh.
I know Friday, I got home from work. We ended up streaming. We did oh god, what did we do on Friday?
Rocket League.
We did Rocket League. We had some fun time on Rocket League. Um I streamed for 5 hours, which was kind of shocking, being the fact that I had to like help my dad do construction the next day. So
Mhm.
like I streamed a really long time. That shouldn't have happened. But Saturday stream was incredible. Was just as good as Mondays. We did custom lobbies for Fall Guys. Um, I think I think we hit a high of 28, maybe 29. We could not get more people in those custom lobbies though. We only had 15 as our highest in the custom lobbies. So there was a lot of people watching and not playing, I imagine. But if we had had Usain and Hambone and Adam and Trevor and Bruce and we just didn't have enough people.
Yeah.
So I think that was bad planning on my behalf. But the Fall Guys custom lobbies was fun. We did get a lot of new followers, a lot of resubs, so it was a good time
Good
to
to
do.
hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
But I'm excited for this week of streaming. I don't know what I'm playing yet. But I got to make it a good one because the week after this week, I'm going on
Oh yeah,
vacation.
you'll be gone.
So that's gonna be weird. So next week you'll see a podcast. Um, the weekend after, we're either gonna have to do it early, Garrett,
Hmm.
or we might have to skip that week. Which I'm trying to process my thoughts now. So sorry.
No, you're good.
Um, the weekend after that, I should get home a couple of hours before the podcast, so I'll probably seem dead, honestly.
It's all good.
But I think we'll still kind of go on with it if you're cool with that.
Yeah, that'll work.
Um, but yeah, that's the week in review.
Sounds good.
Also, shout out to our friend Red Eyes for having like
Yes.
200 viewers between TikTok and
Twitch.
Twitch the other
It's
night.
awesome.
Which, if you remember, he was our guest talking about how he's been putting stuff on TikTok and getting all these viewers, all these followers, this and that. It works. It's paying off. With 200 viewers between the two platforms on him streaming Friday night,
It's
that's
nuts.
nuts.
Yeah.
That is so crazy, dude. That's awesome. Congrats, Red.
Yes. It's our favorite Canadian. I'll drink to that.
Our favorite Canadian. Cheers, brother.
All right. How's your beer?
You want me to tell you about it first?
I'm ready. I want to hear it. I'm more
Dude,
excited for yours
okay.
than mine.
The Brewing Lemonade Lager is nothing less than an absolute banger of a beer.
I figured so. It looks awesome.
I'm more than halfway done through my third one. We've only been on for an hour and 30 minutes now. And I guess it's not bad. I finished like 6 an hour. But it is a great lager. If you're looking for something with a little hint of lemon, a little citrus, it's the one for you because it's not too much. It's not in your face. It doesn't just punch you with flavor like a lot of IPAs, lagers, stuff like that do. It had just enough for me to go, ooh, it's got a nice little aftertaste. Um, Again, Country Boy Brewing is something that I knew in advance. Shout out to the guys that work at Country Boy or started Country Boy Brewing. Um, Y'all have some great stuff. Cougar Bait and Shotgun Wedding are two of my favorites. You definitely need to try those. But the Lemonade Lager, I'm going to have to give an 8.6.
Pretty good.
It is a pretty good one. This is brewed and canned out of Kentucky. Um, Actually, I'm not even sure. Yep, Georgetown, Kentucky. It's where I went to college. Well worth getting. And yeah, 8.6. Garrett,
Dang.
tell me what you think about your Lagunitas.
So I went with the Lagunitas Daytime IPA. Super light IPA, 98 calories, 3 carbs, 4% ABV. Very easy, very smooth beer. Good citrus notes to it. Real easy on the taste palate. Smells great. Has a really good citrus aroma to it. Like I said, real smooth. Uh, of course, great cold, as all beer is. Um, I'm just speaking the facts.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna say 7.2. Definitely,
7.2.
definitely
All
a
right.
good beer. Definitely a good
Heck
beer.
yeah.
So
Dude, and like the Lagunitas, man. So the wonder and the memory and what's that one again?
daytime.
the daytime. I'm gonna have to try the daytime because the wonder and the memory were great. So
There's a ton of
I'm
them up
I'm
there by
excited.
you. They had like a whole row of dedicated nothing but Lagunitas.
Yeah, yeah, they're pretty infatuated by Lagunitas, and it's evident why apparently. So um, and I guess does anybody have anything in chat that you would like to say to us? Any questions, comments, concerns? Any games stuck out to you that you were most excited about? Um, anything that we miss?
We're gonna miss you when you're
Well, thank you. I
gone.
appreciate that. I'm gonna miss everything. I'm gonna miss the gaming, the content
I know
creating. I'm
it's
gonna
gonna
miss
be
it all. It's
weird.
gonna be kind of weird, you know. But I'm excited. Um, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Again, we're going out west. Oh, actually, I could probably. Should I save this for the next episode? Um, this is our um, you know,
Um,
itinerary.
let's do the next. We'll do like a Bon Voyage Dano special.
All right. It would be like I'm leaving.
Yeah, I know.
Um, but yeah, I got it right here. It's a couple pages. So
Heck yeah.
but I think it's gonna be a great time. I really do. And so I guess they can see you at the normal times this week.
Yes, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and I will have a stream up this Saturday. Didn't get to stream yesterday,
Right.
so we will make up for that. We will have a stream Saturday. So yes, will.
Nice.
Or no,
About the
not
same.
Friday. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Sorry.
Gotcha. No, no, you good. I got you. I got you. I feel that though. I'll probably be doing my typical Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. May or may not miss a day. We'll see. Did you did say you were going to stream after this though?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. So make sure you swing back over after this.
Yeah.
And I guess we don't have any questions, so I'll say we just close her out. Follow us on social media and yeah.
Find me on all social medias at Desperate Saint. Dano's all social media at Cobra Concept, except Twitter. He's concept_Cobra. So make sure you all get us up there, up to dates on streams, and whatever else we decide to use our Twitter fingers for. Sometimes it can be pretty random stuff. That's really all I've got. Do you have any final remarks? Anything you want to say?
Beer is good.
Amen. Alrighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another episode of the Brews and the Boys podcast. I am one of your favorite co-hosts, Garrett, aka Desperate Saint, and as always, you can find me with my good friend
Dano, aka Cobra Concept.
We love you, we appreciate you, and as always,